All is one. P.A. Finley, Anonymous, TheUniVerse, coming at you live on this beautiful Thursday morning, just around 5:45 a.m. February 16th, 2023, California time, Bay Area, USA. Hello, world. Sending out an atomic mushroom cloud explosion of love all across the globe. When do we not need that, right? Okay? Love is always the conversation and topic of which I am speaking of. Sending a shout out to my listeners and viewers. You guys get singled out. Thank you guys for doing everything you guys are doing, like, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments, supporting the All One Lie idea on the outskirts of the program. And if this happens to be your first, second, or third time tuning in to the NexA.R.K YouTube channel, we say welcome. Welcome back. Thanks for showing up. Hope that you show out. We here at All Things NexA.R.K, as well as everything All One Law, we believe that all is one and one is all, and we all further believe that this is the answer to everything and the solution to everything else. Yeah. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment yourself if you haven't already. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Sending a special shout out to my all in all, as you guys get a double dap. Thank you guys for doing everything you guys are doing, donating, investing, and volunteering your time, energy, finances, and know-how, supporting the All One Lie idea on the inner skirts of the program. You guys are the battery in the electric vehicle and the main reason why we are constantly moving. Thank you so much for doing everything you guys are doing. You guys are crazy awesome. Sending an extra special shout out to my soul models. You guys get a triple dap. Thank you guys for doing everything you guys are doing. Accepting the mantle of being an example of the next level on the front line, taking all the blows, showing humanity where we are going. You are the center core of the All One Lie idea and program. Thank you for doing everything you guys are doing. You guys are crazy awesome. All right, you guys. It's been a while. I just finished up the the Biggest Picture series. I'm going straight into, this is going to be the precursor, the introduction to the Purpose video series. I'm just going to call it the Purpose because it's the purpose of, I got to break down the Great Diamond, the identification of the Great Diamond, the purpose of the Great Diamond, the purpose of the Caucasian American, the purpose of America. This series coming up is, so this is the introduction, and I got to set that stage up. And plus, I wanted to talk about something. In the setting up of this video, I'm actually watching something. A video series, as it turns out. Documentary. Fight the Power. The name of it is Fight the Power, How Hip Hop Changed the World. I'm actually on the third video of that. It's a 4-part series. I'm actually on the third part of that. Talking about the history of this thing and hip hop and everything. You know, I'm a old hip hop head myself, so very significant. Going back memory lane, down memory lane with that. And I wanted to touch upon a little bit of that. But I'm all about setting up the stage for this next series. I'm just going to call it the Purpose of Purpose. Something like that. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm going to do something special. And then it's going to have subtitles like I normally do, part 1 through, I don't know how many parts this is. I'm thinking about blending in a series that led up to this, series that I'm talking about. I'm thinking about blending this in too, called the Final Lesson. But I'm thinking about skipping it too because it was a precursor to this series. So and this is the main series. So I'll probably stick with that. I might blend in some of it because it's time to set the stage for where we're going. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about as well as a whole bunch of stuff, as you can tell. This might be in parts itself. The introduction to the many parts might be in parts. I don't know. We're gonna see. But there's a lot of I got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's get to it.
Who are you? Do you know who you are? Who are you? Do you know who you be? Who are you? Do you know the one you don't call? Who are you? Do you know the one you call me? Who are you? Do you know the soul inside you? Who are you? Do you know the spirit within? Who are you? Do you know where you're gonna go? Who are you? Do you know where you've been? Who are you? Do you know who you are? Who are you? Do you know who you be? Who are you? Do you know the one you don't call? Who are you? Do you know the one you call me?
Let me, before the intro, let me touch upon this subject matter. Of it's you guys bear with me. This is going to be this. I might get emotional with this one. Watching this documentary, Fight the Power: How Hip Hop Changed the World, narrated by Chuck D and a few others, Ice-T and KRS-One. I mean, they got they've started a hip hop union. They're about 50 years old, and it's that's amazing. Chuck D talking about how he was born in the 60s, and so was I. It's just amazing how quick this stuff goes. So I'm looking at we're going through this history, and it's almost like hip hop is telling the story of history itself. And I'm looking at the politics of this country, and in particular, the war on drugs, which is a misnomer in and of itself. That statement, the war on drugs. I mean, we're talking about 3 strikes you're out, all of that. I just barely missed that. I mean, I was in it, and somehow I missed it, and I don't even know how. I'm a product of that era. That war on drugs, that was a war on me, because I was a drug addict, and a drug. I was a drug. I'm looking at right now. I just paused it, and I said I gotta make a video. I'm watching Joe Biden, like when he was young, and talking to the Senate. Like 30 years ago or something. Like in the middle of the 90s, like 20 years ago. 30, yeah, that's almost, my God, time. He still had brown hair. Uh, Addressing the Senate, talking about how to pass this bill, um, crime bill, supporting the passing of the crime bill. He was animated. So much so that I had to pause because it was like, I mean, Bill Clinton. They went through the whole. They're going through this history. Like I said, I'm responding to the specific part on the war on drugs. War on drugs. This is when crack and listen, epidemic crack was cocaine. You can get 5 years for crack, which is a rock version of cocaine, but you can get probation for cocaine. Listen, the crime bill, I don't have a problem with, really. It's how they wrote it. The bill itself, well, we need to shut down. We need to stop some stuff. Stuff is happening. We need to stop it. Okay. Okay. Agreed. That's hands raised. Yay! Let's stop the crime. Let's stop the drugs. Just stop it. Let's change it. Let's change the scenery. Yes. But how you decided to do it? Okay. This is where I told you this is going to be emotional because it seems like I'm the only one. It seems like I'm the only one on the planet it's like I'm in the Twilight Zone episode. I'm the only one who can see clearly. It'd be different if it was somebody else who saw what I saw and we could communicate. If it's just one other person, one human being, I don't give man, I don't even care. They're human. We ain't got to have sex. I just want to talk to somebody who understands what the heck it is I see. What is it that you see, P.A. Finley, Anonymous, TheUniVerse? What do you see that you wish somebody else would see? What is it? A couple of things. The first thing I'm going to state is something I've been seeing for decades almost. I got nobody saying, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Nobody. That's too freaking long for decades. It's too long. Don't you understand? That's too freaking long. I don't don't know how many times I've said it online, in podcasts and video. I'm getting tired of saying this over and over and over again. It sounds like a broken record, and nobody's paying. Nobody's. Twilight Zone. I swear. The Twilight Zone. I'm in the episode. A lifelong episode of the Twilight Zone. Two things. One, I've been for decades. And two, I just, while watching this video, it just popped up in my, it reared its head. Another Twilight Zone episode. The first one is decades old, which is, I'm in a world where the most important conversation to be had is the number one conversation not being had. The number one conversation, I'll say it again. The most important conversation to be had is the one conversation no one is having. Twilight Zone. What conversation is that? The knowledge of self. It's the one conversation nobody's talking about. But it's also the one conversation everybody should be talking about. At least to the point to where they know who they are. And then let's talk about something else. How in the world am I living in a world where nobody knows who they are? From the neighbors, to the job, to the store, nobody knows who they are. Now, that's the decades one. Now I just popped up. I've been knowing this kind of like in the background, but it just came to the forefront with this video series, this documentary. Kudos to Chuck D and them from Public Enemy. That deserves a moment. War on drugs. The whole thing is a farce. I mean, like, when I say a farce, I'm going to show you. When you hear this, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's a farce. The whole thing. Lives, jailment, in prison, the building of prisons, the whole thing was a joke with real lives. Even right now, Cass is doing time for the war on crime that they shouldn't be doing. The whole thing. And when you hear this, you're going to be like, oh my God, why did it? Because it's the Twilight Zone. That's why. I'm like, Twilight Zone. The introduction to the purpose. Whatever. But it's the Twilight Zone is up in there somewhere. Okay. The whole thing was to crack down, no pun intended, on the drug trafficking in the neighborhood streets. And this is for decades, like 2 decades of an elevation of police brutality. As if to say that when hip-hop complained and pointed to the police and said, stop messing with us and stop beating us up and stop killing us in the streets, when they did that, the police was like, okay, yeah, we'll just turn it up a notch. That was their solution to that was their response. We'll do more of that then. Yeah, we'll fix that for you. Turn it up. Uh, like I said, you guys know my history. I've done a lot of time. And it was in that war on crime. That was me, the crime bill. I was all in it. That was me. I was filling up the beds. I was in it. Okay. The Twilight Zone, what places you, like if you're watching this, and what places you directly into the Twilight Zone is that the whole thing could have been eliminated if they focused all that attention on stopping the drugs from coming into the country. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. The war on drugs could have been won easily with everybody happy. No crack babies, all that done. If the drugs, because they wasn't even created here, the drugs. And so, in all their halls of brainiacism, and all of their think tanks and intelligence meetings and putting this package together, this bill together, nobody ever brought that one up. Hey, you guys, why are we putting all this money over here when all we gotta do is put it over here? Nobody? Hey, why don't we just... And two, at least two. I don't like saying birds with one stone. I really need to find out another analogy. I don't like that. What the heck we throwing stones and birds for in the first place? Who come up with this stuff? All right. But two things are taken care of. Number one, the drugs are stopped from coming into the community, and also people are stopped being addicted to the drug. Now you don't have police brutality goes down, the crime rate goes down. People, hey, I can think now. Now I can create jobs. I don't have to. And then later on, it's found out. I don't know. This might be a part of the whole. This might be in part 4 of this documentary. But then it's found out the government had a hand in bringing the stuff in. It was making money hand over fist, bringing it in, and then throwing that money that they was coming up with, putting that into the side and get your ass and building a prison. Okay. That storyline is not going to help this video series that's up and coming. It's not going to help that storyline. It's not going to. In other words, that doesn't. That goes. I'm going to use it to do that, to promote the purpose of. I'm gonna use it to do just that, because that's what I do. But it's not helping. Evolution is one of the uppest hill battles ever. The turn, the shift, the transfer, the knob turn, the adjustment, the tune adjustment of evolution. At that point in peak when things change, the molting process, intense, itty, 2 words, intense, itty. This is us. This is where we are. To quote Jay-Z, we're at the crossroad. We're at the crossroads, and we're about to go straight. And we don't even know. We're just oblivious. I'm talking about of extinction. Extinction level event. LEE. Yeah. Ellie. Yeah. That's where we are, but we don't even know. We don't even know. We don't even know. We're in it. Oh, we don't know we're in it. This next series introduces a way out. I introduced Allah, NexA.R.K. We introduce a way out. And the one thing we're going to have to sacrifice, that's going to be the hardest to sacrifice, is war. The war mentality must be sacrificed on the altar of the future of humanity. We must end all war. I have a picture, the biggest picture, it's coming, being transferred from the biggest picture is this other picture, which will assist us in eliminating war. It will assist us. It will give us motivation to do just that. But for the gray diamond, and I need to identify the 3 levels of the gray diamond. I need to do that here. There's 3 classes of the gray diamond. Okay, actually there's 4. But they're all the gray diamond. The African American, which is the higher class. I'm not gonna say the highest, but the higher class, which is the highest thing. Whatever. Terminology. Whatever. And then there's the middle class, which is the blacks. And then there's the so-called lower class, the Negro, the Nigger, the Nigga, the Negroid, whatever you want to call them. We many names. We got different titles. The brothers, you know what I mean? Sisters. These are the gray diamonds. Now there's a fourth class. There's a fourth class. And that can be either one of these. And they are the mix and meshes of other races. You know, Asians, Latinos, you know, but they're gray diamonds too. If you got any history, and if you're linked in with slavery in this country, you're a gray diamond. I don't care which side you fall on. You can be whites mixed in. That's the whole gray diamond thing. But that's what I'm saying. If you have a lineage with slavery in this country, gray diamond. If you won't. Now, some of them be like, no, I don't want to. That's fine. You see, the beauty about the gray diamond is you can be a gray diamond even when you don't want to be a gray diamond, but you can. You are a gray diamond, but you ain't got to accept the gray diamond. You ain't got to accept. But there's going to come a time when you're going to want to. That's cool. You can join in at that time. No, what? Listen. Listen. If you say if you're Asian and black, say for instance you're Asian and black, and you deny you're black, you just ride with the Asians, handle your business. That's gravy. No problem. Got love for you. And you say, well, screw the Asians, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back with the blacks. That's cool too. Come on. You're in. The beauty about the mix and mesh part class, it's like divorced parents. You know, screw you, mama, I'm going with daddy. You know, go gang out with us. Man, daddy, you crazy. I'm going back to mama. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's the beauty about being a part of that class. You're home no matter what. It don't matter. Yeah. Come on in, go out, leave back around, bounce around. Dude, man, do that. That's a part of your gift. That's a blessing. That's a blessing to do that. We ain't gonna, no, man, be you. All of you, whatever. Or half of you. Don't matter. We got that. So that's gray diamonds. We're talking about the purpose of the gray diamond coming up. Okay? Just wanted to let, when I say, and when you hear, and when I did this video, I had African American in my head. I had I splashed African American over all the blacks in America. If you was born in this country, had a connection to slavery, you was the gray diamond, you was an African American to me, in my mind. At that time, I didn't understand blacks. And I didn't understand the dichotomy, the classism. I didn't understand that. I put all of it, black niggas, everything, and Negroes, everybody. I don't care. Black, African American. That was me. I was stuck on that. I didn't know. Since then, I've elevated my game, and now I know that there's a classism to our. There's many races to our races. Quote. Classic quote. Undercover brother Eddie Griffin. Yeah. Listen, man, it's par for the course, man. You guys gotta go watch these movies. I suggest something, you go watch it. Period. It's par for our history. You gotta know who you are. You gotta just it's a part. It's a part of the process. Eddie Griffin, undercover brother. Um, when police chief, I don't know, they was having a meeting or something. One of the brothers, yeah, man, this is for the many races of black folk. And as soon as he said that, you could hear the turntable in the back scratching, and everybody was talking. Yeah, this for the many people, many races of black folk. And everybody turned around. What? He was, well, you know what I mean. Classic, man, classic. Well, yeah, as it turns out, it's a rain. We got the rainbow, man. Jet black to high yellow, man. From Ludacris to Tyrese Gibson, man. Doing every color in between. We got the whole rainbow. So up under our ranks. So it is what it is. So there you go. Now, I have to set the stage for that. Now we're talking about two different directions we can go. One direction, and I'm going to end with this. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I said a lot. Now, two different directions. One of war and one of peace. The one of war, extinction. Everybody loses. Children, to everybody. Gone. We're done. Next up. Who's next? There is no way out. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. None of that. Extinction. That's the war side. That's the retribution side. That's the get back side. That's the I'm going to do what I got to do and I'm going to take out everybody. Yeah, that's that side. Because the other side thinking the same way. Shoot, in that case, might as well just whoop. I can't have it. Nobody can. Dude, what do you think? That's the way. If that's how you want it, hey, look, if you don't give a flying F about nothing and nothing else, then, let's go. Here we go. Extinction. Humanity. Gone. There is no coming out of this. Other side is peace. There's a light at the end of the tunnel on peace. And now, I only see one way. I'm going to set the stage for this. I'm going to put this image in your head. I'm going to put the image in your head. And then we're going to go into the purpose of the Gray Diamond. The series. I'm going to be talking about African American, but that's what I'm saying, Gray Diamond, all the way through. Just understand. Every time I say African American, I'm talking about blacks, Negroes, everybody. Oh, the mix and mess shot, everybody. Gray Diamond, if you got history with slavery in this country, Gray Diamond, and that's both sides of the fence, whether you're the slave or the slave master. If you got a history of slavery in this country, and this is what you come out to be, Gray Diamond. All right? Now, let me paint this picture. Because peace is the only way to go. This is the next level. This is how we go to the next level. Let me show you how this is going to do it. I only see one way. I feel like Dr. Strange. 1,060 different ways. How many ways? Just one. I feel like Dr. Strange right now. In Infinity War. Okay? And this is the one way. Out of the millions of different ways, this is the one. And it has something to do with the number one. It always has something to do with the number one. Olam is in there somewhere. Here we go. Humanity, all of them, painting a picture. This is me with the afro. You get the trees. And, yeah, this is me. I'm dude right now, dude. All of humanity, you see me waving my hand, Jedi mind trick. All of humanity is one human being. All of humanity is one human being, and each human being is like a blood cell in that body. Now we ain't been knowing it. We ain't known that. We ain't seen that one. We ain't see that coming. In that body, that human body, where each human being is like a blood cell. You look at your highways and your byways; those are like blood veins. You know, to and fro is them. You get a clog, here comes the ambulance and the fire truck. Okay, get that stuff. All right, get that stuff back rolling. All right, everybody cleaned up the mess. All right, boom. Yeah, blood flow. Let's go. we got it going. We're like children biting on ourselves, razor blades, cutting on ourselves, stabbing ourselves, shooting ourselves in the foot. Peace. All is one. And humanity is one body. We must stop fighting ourselves. One body. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The terrorist group. They used to say one body, one soul. Well, I forget exactly what they used to say, but yeah. But not us against them, because that's still division. That's still separation. That's not unity. I am not the enemy of myself over there. That's me over there. This one body for real. Like what they were saying for real. Not I'm me and mine over here, but everybody else. That's the same thing. There's no oneness. We unite in mind and heart, and we begin to use our resources with one another to assist one another. We're one body. This is the way out. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. This is free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at last. My white Caucasian brother and sister are me over there. I, the black brother and sister, are them over here. We must embrace this mentality. Assist them, our brothers and sisters, our white brothers and sisters in this country. Assist them to see it. Listen, we've been tied to the hip since. Come on. Look, we've been joined to the hip. There is no advancement. We must see this by now. I don't know how long it's going to take us to see it, but we need to see this. And we need to see it soon because destruction is at the door. We must evolve. We must grow. We must see ourselves as one human body, all humanity, different parts, different pieces, just like our body. Each individual body is the same way. We have different moving parts and pieces, but they all work together to do what? Serve one will. Whose will? Yours. Your body functions every second, every moment of every day to do whatever you want to do in that day. Whatever your will is, your body functions to produce and fulfill that will. And it does. And it has been doing it. I don't care how old you are. I'm 55. Gonna be 56 next month. My body, I gotta use the bathroom. I go use the bathroom. Right now today. Sit down, take a leak, whatever I'm doing, it works. It's been working. I eat. I bring it in. It goes out. My stomach functions without no hiccups. And it's been through HG double hockey stick. I have sent this body through my feet. Still work. They still function just fine. After 55 plus years of running them through the freaking ground. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how bad I've done my feet. But it keeps carrying me and taking me wherever I want to go. This is humanity. It's how we got here. Even though stabbing ourselves, shooting ourselves in the foot, cutting nails in the mouth, driving whoever the parent is, driving them crazy. What's wrong with him? He's autistic. My baby is autistic. Yeah. But we must grow, just like a child doesn't stay a child forever. Turns into an adolescent. An adolescent doesn't stay an adolescent forever. They evolve and change into a teenager. The teenager doesn't stay a teenager forever. They change and evolve and grow into an adult. And an adult doesn't even stay an adult forever. They turn into something that's full grown. We call them the 30 and uppers. And then even there's more. There's always more. We believe that more is infinite. We have an infinity of more to explore. We don't have to end here. We got so much more to see, to evolve and grow into. We're going to throw everything in the garbage for what? A misunderstanding? Yes. Atrocities galore. We have a history on both sides of atrocities. We can point the finger at the white man all day long. Yeah, there's about do that. At least 3 of them coming back at me. I got plenty of atrocities. In my personal life, I got atrocities. All kinds of life forms around me. How many flies have I killed? Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't know. All life is living. How many roadkills? How many times I ran over something, didn't even know, boom, oh, what was that? Oh, okay, keep going. And when a boss dies, we hold a big funeral process. But everything else is the stuff dead in the street, just leave it and keep going by 4, 5 different times. Oh, you didn't know. We was one with life. All life is one. See, so there's this consciousness. Y'all ready? Let's go. Here we go. The purpose of the great diamond. Y'all know what time it is. Be beautiful as you are. Peace. And what is
Go. Who are you? Do you know who are you? Where you been? Who are you? Who are we? It's an age-old question. To be or not to be? That was the question. To be and not to be.